What about some of the other characteristics of Noah? I think one other trait is that Noah didn't make excuses when God asked him to do a hard thing. When God asked Noah to build this boat in his backyard, he didn't say, well, what are my neighbors going to think? Or how much is this going to cost me? Or how long am I going to have to put my life on hold for this to happen, God? No, Noah just said, how big a boat you want. There are times when God's going to call you to do something that will seem outrageous to you. It'll seem too hard. It'll require more than you think you can give. Other people will ask, have you lost your mind? And God will say, as always, it's your choice. I'm putting this thing in front of you. It's your choice. If you do this thing, you will find your purpose in life. It will set something on fire within you that you didn't even know was there. If you choose not to do this thing because, I don't know what other people will think, or I don't know how much it'll require of me, you will miss out on your purpose. Noah models what it looks like to say yes to God's call and invitation to do the hard thing. In 2018, I took a very public stand that gay Christians are not second-class Christians. And it was a journey to get to that for me. And I've taken the stand also that gay or straight, God's command is celibacy in singleness, faithfulness in marriage. And because of those stands, I've lost friends. Had people tell me I'm crazy. People tell me I'm a heretic. People tell me I'm going to hell. Leave the church. But I really believe that I'm called to bring that message of inclusion. It's one of the hardest things I think God's asked me to do. So I'll tell you from my perspective, I'm just counting on the fact right now that the Holy Spirit's kind of working and there's something bubbling up to the surface for you. What is that hard thing that God's calling you to do? Maybe it's some sort of, hands-on mission work that you'd really scared to do. Maybe it's to quit your career and start something brand new. Maybe God's calling you to go into ministry. Some type of ministry full-time. What is it? Don't just do the safe thing. Don't just do the comfortable thing. If we as a church try to do the safe thing, the predictable thing, if you in your life are always trying to do the safe thing, you'll never live up to your potential. If you choose to live by fear, if we as a church choose to live by fear, we will have missed out on life. You have to make choices in life and as a church. Are we going to play to win or are we going to play to not lose? You know the difference, right? If you play to not lose, what happens? You lose. Almost every time. Playing to win as a church means that we're willing to take risks to live out our mission of connecting people to Jesus. We will do the hard things. We will give sacrificially. We will love recklessly. And we can learn all that from Noah.